So, Joseph, new formats just started. We just went down to Kissimmee for the post-SIAC regional first event back. You got top 8. What'd you play and how was your experience?
I played Superheavy Samurai, and the experience was great. Tournament was ran very well. Shout out to Versus Games for hosting it. Went X1, 7-1 overall record, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, we actually got to see you on stream, showing a little bit of what the deck can do.
Round 7.
Yeah, some interesting spice in here, but I know the people are excited to see what you play. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir. So naturally, you play all of the one-card, full-card starter combos. That's pretty standard. They're all pretty insane. Not much to really say there. 2 Benkei. You gotta have one in deck to resolve the Wakashi scale, so you need to play 2. It comes up. It's like how you 1.5 card combo people without these. So you just need another super heavy, and he adds Soul Piercer, which is the heart and soul of the deck. The one-ofs of the super heavies. This is pretty standard for the most part. These are absolutely mandatory. This helps make you Zeus. This is just a free extender. It doesn't need to equip the guys. So it can help you play through or around Nib. Or I had the opportunity to steal talents once from my opponent's graveyard to take a monster, which was really strong. So I probably would continue to keep playing all of it. Cards you don't want to open. Box and Tunneler. I probably opened this like 3 times during the tournament, twice during the feature. But, really strong. Being able to draw 2, get 2 more bodies for pen summons, so Genius goes off more. Would continue playing it, too strong not to. For the other machines, Regulus Spell Canceller. I cut the Kaiju from the main deck, because turn 1 I was always searching this to stop my opponent from playing the game. And going second, you can usually search this. The Kaiju really just never came up. It's the only fear of not playing is if you run into a Chaos Angel that's made with light and dark monsters. Which I didn't predict the field having that many of it, especially with old decks still being in the format.
Fair.
And it didn't come up. No one ever Chaos Angeled. I never encountered it. I never missed a Kaiju in the main deck.
How was Spell Canceller for you?
Insane. Like, if you don't go for this turn 1, I believe a lot of the current and older decks can break through your board, but being able to tell them 3 to 4 cards in their hand are just nullified is insane.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people debating on whether to main that or not, so good to see that it worked out.
Absolutely strong. I played a couple Despia, T-Element, and other roguish matchups, Sprite even, and being without power spells, and post side you got to stop Dark Ruler, so you have to play it in some capacity.
Sure.
And then we just get to the go second cards. Gammas, Ashes, Drolls, Veilers, Nibs, and 3 Kurikara. Make it 18 go second cards. I didn't want to main deck Ogre, because versus the older decks like Cash and Branded, and even Runic as a Hugin, it wasn't that good. But against Rogue and Cash full comboing now, because of Poly winning the YCS, Nib just felt safer overall as a main deck deck, and I enjoyed it immensely. It caught people by surprise, and I am glad I main decked it.
Okay, what was your MVP for the go second cards?
Probably Gamma. Destroying the gate. It made people afraid of ever hand trapping Bike or Wakashi, so getting that to resolve was insane. I put these in to have good answers to Cash if there's an Arise on board. Purely, every other build a board, especially my mirror match, you can throw everything at them, do this, steal the Baron in end phase, and you have interruptions for their next turn. So it was really strong. I don't think I'd change anything now, at least until a ban list.
Very good.
It was 41 cards. I did want 3 Kurikara in the deck, just in case. 41 never mattered or bugged me. Extra deck, 2 of this, pretty standard. Heart and Soul of your 1-card combos. Card's insane.
Standard.
I played 2 Link 2s. I don't play Asa. There was not enough extra space with the Saruja Spell Canceller combo. Never missed the Asa though. These were fantastic. I don't play Gear Gig and X. That plays into Nib a little harder because you don't search Spy, you search Soul Gaia. And this is just really good, especially at making monsters 0 so you can attack over them. That actually came up a few times. Unicorn is the only Link 3. Having unique removal for certain cards that are hard was critical. Against Despia, one of them made Quatless, so I was able to spin it so he wouldn't get a summon from deck, and then just went into access code and killed him. Rouge for the combo if you go uninterrupted. getting certain decks, and when you get interrupted, you probably can only end on this and not the full combo. So this came up a few times. It was really strong. Access code is the kill option. Perfect. Never would change. For the synchros, the Baron line, have to play it. My Baguska out, my time card, and overall just good utility card, especially against like back row decks. Wouldn't change it for a thing. It came up multiple times, was very strong. And then for the XYZs, Baguska, you have to play it when you get drolled or shifted. Makes your opponent pass turn, hopefully. And then the add Regulus and format Zeus line was absolutely insane. I don't know how you can't play this deck if you can't play these if you play this deck. It was too good.
Came up a lot for you?
Absolutely. Especially when you go second, you get drolled or shifted. Your only real course of action is to format Zeus them and then nullify their next turn with another send. So it was really strong.
Insane.
Side deck was surprisingly good. I made it literally last minute on the car right there. Free Eccentric, I think this is mandatory. With Rainbow Magician, the Form Pal being in the format, you have to play and a good out. And it's just utility against all matchups across all fields. Wanted to respect Despia and Mathmech really hard. So we played the Bistro Engine and these. It worked with my side patterns where I only needed 2 of this. Really strong all tournament, came up a lot, especially in my feature against T-Element, being able to force his Keldos.
Yeah, I saw that.
We did side the Ogre for my mirror matches and Sprite. The matchups were still among the field, but I didn't want to main deck it, but side decking it was perfectly fine. Came up quite a few times, did not regret it. And then I sided the Kaijus also. When I went against Cash, cards like Ash weren't fantastic, so having Nib, Curry, and 3 Kaijus in seemed ideal for dealing with whatever board they were going to make turn 1. 3 different ones in case I ever opened 2 I could summon and still beat over. The one searchable one, just in case the Chaos Angel matchup came up. Overall, it was really strong. Against a bunch of Rogue or Purely, this was pretty much MVP. You could debate this over the Currys, but both were strong in their own regard.
Did you have a side deck MVP?
Probably the Archfiend. There was a lot of matches where people didn't expect me to side it, but post-side it was in the deck going first or second regardless. And at one time it popped a Gozen match, other times it forced other back row. I was able to pen summon it one time after popping a back row to out a monster that was just chilling there and being able to go for game. So this card was really good. And being able to scale it in pen summon came up once or twice. So this card was the MVP of the side deck for sure.
That's insane. Well, I say that you have been playtesting a lot with this deck before the format, so I could assume you're pretty comfortable going into the event.
Yes, sir.
I can imagine post-ban list this deck doesn't get touched too much, so I assume we're going to be seeing you play this a lot more?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
All right, probably a contender for the YCS, right?
Oh, absolutely. You'll see me at Philly. Hopefully I do well. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, again, congratulations on top 8, Joseph. We'll hear from you soon. Thank you.